they'll say it's unethical to ask a group of people not to get vaccinated. But then they're doing it to the public as we're the test subjects.
So Hep B alone, depending on which variant or type you get, has anywhere from 250 to 500 micrograms in one dose. The safe limit, according to the FDA, is 5.
The vaccine manufacturers don't have any liability, like zero, none. So like imagine buying a car with a tire that can explode on you and it happens and then you get hurt or you die and there's no compensation. Like the company's just like, oh well, not our problem.
Yeah,
that's vaccines.
Yeah.
Okay, so today I think our topic is a little triggering, a little spicy, but something that's definitely hot and everyone seems to be talking about now since what happened 5 years ago, and that is vaccines. And we'll talk about like our experience, our stories, like how we got to where we are with our current opinion on them, and just some facts and hopefully just help inform people and help them make informed decisions. We're not here to convince anybody or tell them what to do, not to do. We're not doctors.
Right.
So, yeah, let's get started with maybe our background. Maybe you can start with yours. I know you grew up in a more crunchy family, so you kind of had a early insight to more of like a holistic health approach. So,
for the most part, I would say I was adopted. So I did get like my immunizations and all that. But then after, I don't remember how old we were, my brother had a reaction to one of the shots. And so I know that my mom at that point was like, okay, we're done. We're not doing any more. But yeah. What about you?
And that's a common story. Like a lot of times parents will get their kids vaccinated and then something happens and that wakes them up, which it's sad when that's the route, but very common. For me, I grew up not super crunchy by any means, but for some reason, my mom just had this internal instinct to not give us everything that was required. So I've had a few, but nothing to compare to what kids are having today for sure. And then, you know, I'm a mom of 2 boys. You got your 2 girls. So when I was pregnant, I was working on my baby shower registry. So I'm registering for everything from like baby wipes to car seats. And I was researching them in like detail, right? And I would be switching up like, oh, this car seat's safer in that one. So I was really spending a lot of time researching these things. And I was on the phone with my mom one day and she said, like, why don't you look into vaccines or have you thought about researching vaccines? And I'm like, no, like, why would I think about that? It's never been on my radar. Isn't that just something everyone does? Like I knew nothing about the current schedule at the time. So so I had my little laptop and my pregnant belly and I start researching it. And it didn't take very long to see that we weren't being told the full truth. So that led me to dig deeper. And so, we decided to make some alternative decisions for our family. And it's been the best decision. Our kids are extremely healthy. And it's been a journey, especially, what was that? Well, my son's 14, the oldest one. So 14 years ago, like nobody was talking about it. And so to talk about it was very taboo. People thought you were weird. So anywho, but now it's more common. People are waking up to it, especially since, the whole pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I was just watching something on that, how they were talking about a second one's coming.
Oh, of course. There's always going to be something coming.
But
I mean, it's just like measles, chicken pox, like those used to be very common childhood diseases that like you wanted to catch and have immunity to. But now it's marketed as like super scary, right?
Yeah.
How they market it. So there's always something that they want to fear monger us into doing.
It's like, you got the chicken pox, now what? And you're like, you itch.
Yeah, I took an oatmeal bath. I remember sitting in a bath of like oatmeal.
And what was that pink stuff?
Calamine lotion.
Yes. I remember being slathered up in that.
Yep.
But I got chicken pox really bad, like head to toe. They were between my toes, in my ears, like everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
no, but that's great.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I also have like immunities to like what? I was trying to remember, you get immunity to different diseases. When you get like chicken pox or measles, you're actually building up immunity to certain types. I've heard of hepatitis actually, and like just other things. Like, so why wouldn't you want to, I don't know,
build it up when you're young and healthy too?
Exactly.
Like
and
kids are very resilient, and like that's the best time to build those natural antibodies and to fight something off. So it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
So. It's all
common
it
sense.
really is marketing. Let's be honest.
It is.
Like it just is what it is. It is a business. I was just looking up the other day how much money that the pharmaceutical industry plans on bringing in, and I think it was 187 billion in 1 year. And they brought in a ton in 2020, 2021, or I think more 2021 from the COVID vaccine. And now it's saying they're projecting to have a significant decrease in sales this upcoming year, and they've already seen it. So, because of the COVID shot. But, follow the money. It's a lot of money in 1 year. It's a huge industry that's got their little tentacles and all other types of, companies, industries, and influences our government. So they're all kind of tied together. And yeah, it's definitely gotten out of control.
I know. Everyone's in bed with everyone.
Yes.
The food industry is in bed with the medical and just education.
And the schools.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything is just all
I know.
one big mess.
One big unhappy family.
Yeah.
We don't want to be a part of. We're good.
But
Yes.
So
But yeah, I mean, I think one of the big things for me, like when I first started learning about them, was just hearing about the damages that were happening to families, to their children and babies, and how they were treated by their medical doctors. Like most of them were treated poorly. And that was my biggest red flag. Like, okay, if I'm taking a direct risk by giving something to somebody that they might react to versus, oh, you might come in contact with this virus or bacteria that this supposed, the shot's supposed to prevent for you from getting. But that's, again, we'll talk about efficacy later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these kids were having reactions. The parents were taking them to the doctors. The doctors were gaslighting them. All the while, like the literal insert of a vaccine is like fine print for days of side effects.
Yeah.
And like if you can have them all, like if you have one of them, two of them, three of them, it doesn't matter. Like they won't reference that at all, and they'll tell you it's coincidental.
I know.
Or your kid was always like this. Yeah.
No. And like, especially with the MFTHR gene or
you said
MTHFR.
Okay, one or the other. It's one of those.
We'll edit this part.
Okay. No, it's good.
Because they gotta get it right.
The MTHFR, I think.
Yeah, MTHFR.
Yeah.
Especially with that, now that that's so, like, that's becoming more and more, like, known about. I feel like people who have that, the chances of them, like, having that but also getting vaccinated, their chances of getting autism is extremely high. And so, like, to say there's no correlation between the two, like, it's not true. Like, they're coming out with, like, testing. They're coming out with a lot of more data showing that, like, no, there's a definite connection between the two things. So,
and it makes sense because the people with that gene are unable to process toxins and even synthetic vitamins, right?
Yep.
So the body's not able to push out the toxins and process the shot. That is also bypassing your normal way of contracting things, like which is through like your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and it's going straight into your into your body.
Yeah.
So it's not going through all those natural like detox processes. So that makes it even worse.
Right, because your body just keeps circulating those toxins around and around and around. There's no way for it to like flush it out on its own. So
and their little immune systems, if their babies aren't even developed. Like, and did you hear in Japan, this was like, I don't know what year, but it's been a long time, probably at least a decade or so. They stopped vaccinating children under the age of 2, and their SIDS rate went down like 90%.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 100.
Same with like COVID. Like when everyone was locked down, millions of babies were not allowed to go get their little checkups. I
heard that.
Yeah. And SIDS like basically disappeared.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if people can't draw that connection, like that's wild.
Yeah,
like,
at least consider it. Like there's something there for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
No, it is. And it's one of those things, like once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you don't, it's not about, we just want everyone to just be informed and know what they're getting into. Right. Just like if you were to do a surgery or take a certain medication, your doctor has to tell you and you sign off on like all the risks involved. And if you have a reaction, you're going to get treated and you're going to be treated hopefully well, and they're not going to gaslight you. But when it comes to a vaccine, it's like they don't act the same,
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can't have a reaction to that. Like that doesn't happen. We're just going to sweep it under the rug.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there's literally what is the VAERS? It's the Vaccine Adverse Events Reporting System that has, I don't even know how many people are on there now, but it's basically a reporting system, right, for vaccine injuries. And I think they said only like a small percentage of vaccine injured people record it on and it's still big.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a
huge
very
database.
Small percentage.
A very small percentage. Yeah.
Yeah. Injuries.
Yeah. And then I think, and then let's talk about liability. So that was another big red flag in the beginning for me. It's like, okay, first I'm hearing about how these kids and babies are being hurt and then they're not being treated. And then the second thing is liability. So when I learned that the vaccine manufacturers don't have any liability, like zero, none. So like imagine buying a car with a tire that can explode on you or something, like an engine that'll explode on you, and it happens, and then you get hurt or you die, and there's no compensation. Like the company's just like, oh well, not our problem.
Yeah,
that's vaccines.
Yeah, it totally is.
No, so and the reason why is because in the 80s when Ronald Reagan was in office, they were getting so many lawsuits of pharmaceutical companies over, I think it was the MMR or it was one of those shots, and they were getting so many lawsuits that they came to the federal government and said, hey, we're going to have to stop manufacturing these unless we can have liability. And so they gave it to them. And then the childhood vaccine schedule went from like this to this within a span of just a few years.
Right.
Because they're not liable.
Yeah. It just came out that they were doing, what was it? I think the amount of vaccines that children receive now, I think it was like, let me double check
look it up.
Number, it was.
I've seen a graphic of like, it was a baby and then it had all the syringes surrounding it, like all the syringes that this baby will get from the time it's an infant, like day old or hour old, really, to like 18.
So,
and it's a lot.
Birth to 6 years, it's 36. And like, that's not even counting, I don't think that's counting the COVID shot. So this might be even.
I know. Are they recommending that for like babies, like 6 months old?
6 months and older now. Yeah, they snuck that back in. The CDC did. So, yeah, I mean,
I just hope doctors are like not doing it.
I know. I
know some are, but I hope more and more aren't.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that like if you go to the CDC's website, it just says like, ask the doctor, for recommendations. But the doctors are told like, yes, vaccinate your child. So,
well, let's talk about incentivizing. So doctors also are incentivized to have a certain vaccine rate in their office. They get compensated by the insurance companies. So there's money in it for them too.
Which is crazy because so many doctors will deny that. They'll be like, that's not true.
I know. And you can literally go on like Blue Cross Blue Shield
and see
You can look at the compensation program for doctors that have a certain rate of vaccinated patients.
I know.
It's like, it's literally right there. So don't tell us it doesn't exist.
I know. It's so crazy. I was looking for this quote. Oh, Rockefeller said, a patient cured is a customer lost.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is so true because it's like they don't really want you well. And if you start them young, I mean, Bill Gates even said like, this is a genetically modified organism that we're like pumping into your child's arm. Like he knows like what they're doing and he knows like the side effects and all the things. So it's just, I don't know. I just feel like we're told so many things that like don't make sense because it's like, we're told like, oh, you need to get your vaccinations for your children. But babies are too fragile to have honey or raw milk or be out in the sunlight. Like, it's just all these natural things like babies can't handle because they're too fragile. But yet they need vitamin K shots that have, polysorbate 80 in it and all these things that are just crazy. Like the moment they're born, like we're supposed to pump them full of what?
Hep B vaccine. That's got to be the most ridiculous one of all of them.
Yes.
Giving a baby a shot as soon as it's born for Hep B.
I know.
That is ridiculous. I can't believe hospitals are doing that.
I know.
And then you wouldn't know if your baby was really injured because you don't even know your baby. It just was born and then they gave it this. And then if it has health problems, you're not going to know if it was just genetic or caused by a shot.
Yeah. And speaking of Hep B, so if you go to the FDA's website, you can find their safe limit for aluminum. And it's 5 mcgs, so micrograms. And the average 2-month-old should only receive 25 micrograms.
Okay, and then how many were you?
So Hep B alone, depending on which variant or type you get, has anywhere from 250 to 500.
Oh my gosh,
micrograms in one dose. Like that's one dose.
Yeah.
But yet the safe limit, according to the FDA, is 5 milligrams.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They contradict themselves a lot.
I know.
They like to do that.
It's so frustrating.
And it's so easy to find this information. Like, it's not easy. It's not under a rock. Like,
no,
it's easy to
find.
find.
You have to do a little digging. You have to do a little searching. But I feel like that's what we want to encourage people to do with this podcast.
Exactly.
It's like, we're not trying to like stir up the fear. We're not trying to shame. We literally are like do your research, like know what you're putting into your own bodies and your children's, because it could literally be a lifetime long side effect. Like the trajectory of your children's life could be drastically changed by doing something or not doing something. So it's just kind of like we hope to encourage like some really just digging, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like as adults, we generally, especially with the age of like the internet and what it is today, and now we have AI, like we research everything. People look up everything.
I know.
But then when it comes to this, it's like they don't take the time, and I don't understand. Yeah, I was going to read some things about like ingredients too. Yeah. So some of the things that are in vaccines that most doctors, when asked, they will say it's saline and the inactive or active virus. That's it. That's what they tell you. But no, they list you off some things that are in them. Okay. There's preservatives. There's adjuvants, which help stimulate the immune response. Because if you just injected let's say an inactive virus alone with some saline, your body's not going to see that is like a threat that it needs to come in there and create an immune response to.
Isn't it the aluminum?
Aluminum.
Yep, that does that.
Yeah, aluminum and salts. And then they use stabilizers like sugars and gelatin. And then the gelatin, they're finding glyphosate in vaccines because they're coming from the cows that are eating crops that have been sprayed. So now you're getting glyphosate injected too.
Great.
And then egg protein, that's what they grow it on. And I think a lot of people have egg intolerances and allergies. And I think it's because of that's a big reason. And then, formaldehyde. That's it. It's for it's an inactivating ingredient used to kill viruses. If that's what.
Formaldehyde, that's what you use to
embalm people. That's all I think about. I know. And then
they're just pre-embalming you, you know.
Ew, they're prepping you. Start early. Yeah. Well, what if it preserves me like for anti-aging reasons? I'd probably do it. Just preserve my flesh. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, and then antibiotics, are also in vaccines. Okay, and then the most disturbing ingredient, if you want to call it that, is the cell line of aborted babies. So one of them is let me read this to you. Walvax 2 was derived from fetal lung tissue. It's from a 3-month-old female girl, aborted, because there was a uterine scar from a previous cesarean. And the mother was 27 years old and healthy. And so that baby was aborted. And so a lot of our vaccines are grown on her. Let's see. In the way, it's so weird, like reading about this, because it's so like scientific and it just takes the whole human aspect out of it. You know, like they just have a name for it, like Walvax 2. The diploid cell strain. The purpose was designed to be used as a cell substrate for the mass production of viral vaccines. So it shows that Walvax 2 is suitable for cultivating viruses and vaccines, including those for rabies and hepatitis A. But like putting a name like that to like an actual human being, like it's so creepy.
It's dehumanizing.
Very. And then we have the MRC5, which is a cell line from a baby boy. He was 14 weeks old and he was aborted in the UK in 1966.
Just so crazy.
Yeah.
I know there's another one. There's HEK 293, which it's from an aborted fetal kidney cell. So it's like his kidneys, basically, from this aborted baby. Yeah. But it's crazy, too, because, like, I know we've talked about this of, like, if you get an organ transplant, you have to take, like, 15 to 20 different medications for life. These are called, like, anti-rejection drugs. And basically, it is so if you get a kidney transplant from someone else, it's so your body doesn't reject that kidney because it recognizes, like, this is foreign DNA. And so, like, it's just fascinating to me that, like, we have all these autoimmune diseases and all of these things going on when that's exactly what happens when you put foreign DNA in your own body. If you were to get some sort of a transplant, your body automatically will trigger like an autoimmune response. And so it's just like not surprising to me. And I can easily just see the connection between the two of like, well, that makes sense. Like logically, that makes sense why we have like a huge skyrocketing percentage of autoimmune diseases, you know, with our children now, especially with our kids now. Before it was just like adults. And now it's like, I've heard kids getting it, like as young as like 5 or 4 or 3. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. Can you imagine?
No. And I think it gets me thinking as you're saying this, I'm just having this thought, but like adults having autoimmune, it's a little bit more understandable in the sense that like we've been exposed to more for a longer period of time. So like toxins in our food, water, air, all that stuff, right? Whereas children, it's like they're getting autoimmune at a very young age. It's like, okay, well, they haven't even been around. I know the food's not great. I know we have a toxic environment, most of us. But to have that like toxic overload that's now causing autoimmune, it's probably something more directly being done, aka
aborted fetal cells being
and all the
shot
other
into your
things
arm.
that are in it. Just let these their little immune systems are still developing, and it's definitely a lot.
Well, yeah,
it's
because it's like
bodies.
their little bodies don't really have a full, like their immune system's not fully developed till like, I think it's 2. So they actually say now that like nursing until at least the age of 2 is so beneficial. And I mean, I feel like I can contest to that because like my second, we made it to almost 2.
That's amazing.
She never gets sick. Whereas like my first one, we made it to like 5 months. And I get it. Like there's some women that can't, or you know, there's always situations, but if you're able to, like they say that that's so beneficial. And I would have to say I agree with that.
You know what's funny though? Like back, and I think it was how many decades ago, maybe even when like we were babies, like we're 80s babies, like formula was the thing to do. They somehow convinced the population that formula was better than breast milk.
Well, yeah, because you can make money off of that.
I know, but it's like, how did anyone believe that?
I mean,
you know, it's like just amazing marketing.
I think you just also trust people who you believe are like looking out for your best interests, like doctors, pediatricians, you know.
And we should be. We should be able to trust them. They should be the experts. And I'm not saying they're not, you know, they don't have great knowledge of things, but they're also learning from textbooks that were created by pharmaceutical companies. Like
at the end of the day, you still have to do as much research as you can. Not saying you have to be like, oh, I'm a doctor now. But like you should at least know like what you're putting into your body. Like when I go to the grocery store and I go shopping, I like make sure that there's no high fructose corn syrup, there's no partially hydrogenated oils. You know what I mean? Like I have a whole list of things that I'm like, I'm not eating any of this. If it's in it, I'm not buying it. So it's like we do that for ourselves for food. Like why not do that for, you know, supplements, vitamins,
everything,
whatever.
Yeah. And especially when it comes to your kids, like if you want to do something to yourself and not research it, whatever, that's on you. But like when you're the one that's supposed to be caring for and advocating for a little life, you know, that you're responsible for, it's like they're not consenting to any of this, you know? So it's like, just know what you're doing and know what the risks are because you can make an informed decision.
Yeah. And
that's it.
I don't know that we'll ever know all the answers or have all of the things, but we can just try to do our best. We can try to be logical and have common sense, you know? Because it's just like, I remember when I was pregnant, they were like, don't eat, you know, fish. Don't eat turkey, don't eat sushi, don't eat all of these things because they have heavy metal in them or, you know, not turkey, but like fish, heavy metal, mercury. But yet flu shots.
Oh, I used to like microwave my deli meat. When I was pregnant, I was so scared.
Oh my God.
And I got like the bad deli meat, like not from the deli counter, like the pre-packaged. And then I throw it in the microwave and it's like crinkling and popping. I'm like, okay, it's safe now. I was really young. I didn't know.
No, I just saw something on microwaving. Like, we're going to digress for a sec. But I was watching this thing and I was talking about how they did this experiment on cats. And they literally took cats and they microwaved their food.
Okay. I think I was saying the cats.
Microwave their food like every meal and put them under fluorescent lighting. And it said that the cats all died.
Stop.
They didn't. Yeah, they all died because basically when you microwave your food, it depletes all the nutrition. So basically they starve to death.
Wow.
So it's like eating cotton balls, right?
That's crazy.
That's like my interpretation.
Yeah, interpretation.
Like,
so like if I microwave a bowl of spaghetti, it's now a bowl of cotton balls.
Probably, yeah.
Well, we have one, but we don't use it that often.
No,
we don't use it that often.
Try to heat things up on the stove.
That's what we do.
Now, like, use the stove to heat your lunch meat up.
Okay, we're not
on
pregnant.
The pan. Not pregnant.
Okay, on what? We're done. Been there, done that.
We have better options.
Loved
now.
it. But yeah. No, but it's true. I mean, it's overwhelming. There's a lot around us, and like we want to be as healthy as possible and like within reason. Because I feel like the pendulum could swing way too much the other way, where it's like you're afraid of everything.
Right.
You can't live your life.
You cannot. No. You can't be on that boat either.
No.
You got to really kind of stay in the center. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're doing this because we truly care about people. We love people. We love our kids. We love our families. And it's like, is it loving to not share this? Even if it's like triggering or offensive, like, is it loving to not just point things out and kind of just have conversations of like, hey, like,
and that's
just
it.
do some digging, you
That's
know?
right. Yeah, no, it's like, this is, to us, is really important. Something that we've learned. And like you said, like spreading the truth. And yeah, I love meeting more people like you because there's a lot of us now. I think especially, I keep referring to 5 years ago. I hate even saying the year because it's like gives me PTSD. But like
the period of time we do not mention.
Period of time we do not speak of its name. It's time. But yeah, like it's great that it's becoming such a topic, like a hot topic, and it's awesome. Like
especially
love
more
to
since
see it. Just talk about it. Like that's huge.
I mean, RFK, I feel like has done a really good job bringing a lot of things to the light.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people who were kind of more closed off to it because of that now are kind of like, okay, like you know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
This. Yeah. So I think it's great. I love it. So
yeah, no, me too. Well, I hope we don't like make people upset, but at the same time, it's like
with our first episode,
even like
swinging out of the gate.
Well, there's only one way to do something, right?
Go
head first.
Big or
what
go
is it?
home?
Feet first, head first.
I don't know.
We're not dipping our toes. We're just going full plunge.
Yeah, jumping in.
We're free falling.
Yes,
actually.
Hoping that our parachute opens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. TBD.
Yeah.
Okay, no. So I wrote some more notes. Okay. I wanted to see what other things we can go over. Okay, so we're just going to kind of backtrack. I wanted to talk. Oh, that's where I got sidetracked earlier. I remember now. I was going to say, like, one of the first things that was a red flag for me were the adverse events from vaccines. The second thing was learning about, I said it, the liability. Another thing was learning how most all of the communicable diseases were on almost like a straight decline. Like if you look at a graph, it's like this after sanitation changed. And then you'll see the timeline, and then the vaccine comes into the picture. And then they're claiming the vaccine is the thing that eradicated the disease. Like, no, it was actually the sanitation and environment that people were living in.
I hope you screenshotted those charts because they're probably going to disappear.
Yeah, they probably will. AI will take over.
Oh, man.
I know.
But no, that is so true. Sanitation, clean water, clean food, it all got cleaned up. And then a lot of the things that people were dealing with were completely almost eradicated.
Gone.
Yeah.
So people weren't throwing their waste in the streets. Like literally they would throw that's going to cause problems.
Clearly. Lots of problems.
Yeah. Oh, this is a really sad fact. I had put this in here, but autism is it 1 in every 19 boys right now? Oh, in California as of 2023. So it's probably higher. Okay. 1 in 19 boys.
Oh.
And I know people have figured out some of the reasons why, but boys are much more prone to autism than girls.
I wonder why that is.
I know that there's
genetics
some information I could find. It's something, but boys are way more likely.
Okay, I'll have to do some digging on that.
Oh, and then we'll talk about too. Okay, like flu season. Like we're kind of like almost there. It's like late October. Like they're already starting to like ramp up the flu shot, right? Like you go into Walmart, there's like a tent. I'm like, ew.
Walgreens. Did you see the
tent.
Walgreens like picture going around of the skeleton that's like, come get your flu shot.
Creepy.
And they're like, oh, Walgreens
that's
like
a terrible visual.
Got it right.
Got it right. Yeah, but that's a terrible visual.
I know. Ew. But I mean, it's kind of like
it's kind of like the truth in plain sight.
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to talk about some of so there's inactive vaccines and then there's live vaccines. Okay. The differences are one of them has a live virus, the other ones don't. The ones that are live, you can shed.
Yes.
Meaning you could spread them asymptomatically. So you could get your shot, like a flu shot, and walk around, and then now you're shedding it.
Up to 3 weeks.
Spreading it around, and you feel, if you don't have a reaction, you feel fine. You don't feel like you have the flu, but now you're spreading it.
Yeah.
Versus if you just got the flu naturally, you would be home because you feel it, right? And you would be spreading it around. So I think it causes the circulation.
Yeah,
right.
Totally.
Exactly. And it won't be 3 weeks long of being contagious.
I know.
But some of the live vax that are on the market and given routinely are the MMR, which is the measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, the rotavirus, and then they're saying the nasal flu vaccine.
Is that a new one?
That's like a spray. It's like a mist.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what was that one thing you were telling me? Oh, dental floss.
Oh,
they're making vaccinated or vaccine dental floss?
Yeah, I don't know if it's
true. I didn't believe you. It is true.
Is it
looked
true?
It up.
Okay.
Yes, it's like
okay, I thought I wasn't positive.
They're putting it in dental floss. Oh, and they're putting it in her food. They're wanting to put it in her food, like her lettuce.
I saw that, yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna have to get my own garden.
I mean, I know.
I like want to. I do and I don't.
The problem is I tried gardening and I got like 10 tomatoes.
Yeah.
I spent like $50 and got 10 tomatoes.
Exactly. Like it's a lot of investment up front, and like people with the chickens, like it's a thing now, which is great. But like the chicken coop, everyone wants a cute big chicken coop. All the food, the chickens I think are pretty cheap, but all the maintenance and all the things, and then they start popping, and then it takes them usually a while to
start
produce.
Eggs. Yeah. And then they don't produce in the winter.
So I'm like, I don't know like how economical it is, but I do like the idea of having
we're indoor chickens.
But
I know.
We're too OCD for that. No. Nothing with feathers in the house, only fur.
Unless it's in your pillow.
Unless it's in my pillow. Yeah. Or my duvet. Yeah, that is true. Points.
Well,
but yeah, so as far as the gardens go, I think I'm good. I thought I really wanted to get into gardening. We have a huge yard, even just like the maintenance of like our plants. There's times where I'm like, oh, I love it, but it's a lot. Like I thought I'd be out there more, but I just I mean, it's like novel. If I had to tend to tomatoes,
so you have to do it.
Yeah, if I had to like tend to my fruits and veggies all the time, I don't know.
I know it's so hard. I know. And then like appeal, I heard that got taken back. Like they're not.
Oh, they're not going to do it.
That's what I've heard.
No
but
way.
Again, I don't know.
I didn't know.
I haven't heard anything officially. Just kind of like
I hope so.
I know.
Yeah,
it's always something.
And then I always like wonder about like food, like organic when I buy organic from the regular store, like how organic.
Well,
like what's the percentage
what are they spraying on it, right?
And then they're spraying stuff in the store. Yeah. I know.
So annoying.
You just can't win.
I know. I mean, you just do your best.
You just do your best.
Yeah. You just take, I don't know. I still think organic's better than like conventional, obviously.
I'll still do it.
But
there's times where I'm like, am I spending this much more because it's like 10% less toxic? Or is it truly organic? Because I feel like these, like the EPA and stuff, I feel like they probably fudge like their ratings, like how they deem something fully organic or not, But we live in a place that's got a lot of local farms, like local eggs and stuff. Like it's
that's
not
kind
hard
of what you have to do.
That's what I like. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, just shop local. Yeah, farmers markets, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you ever see? So you and I live close. On that one road, there's this one it's a long driveway. It's kind of like a farmhouse. I guess it is a farmhouse. And they have a stand, and they'll put out like produce.
Okay,
and
I think
you could just like it's like $1 for like a few things, like it's a good deal.
Yeah,
and, like that kind of stuff. Like I love that we have here.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll leave the growing to the people that
know what they're doing.
And like to do it.
I try. I mean, I really do.
We have other talents.
I know.
It's okay. We can't do it all.
It's like girls with skills.
We can't do it all. And I also like how everybody else does. Girls with skills.
Oh gosh,
that's really funny. Nunchuck.
Yeah, nunchuck skills.
Was it bow hunting skills? I think that's another one.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I did see something though. Have you seen the Henry Ford vaccinated versus unvaccinated study?
No.
They found that vaccinated was 453% more neurodevelopment disorders than unvaccinated. That is huge.
Unbelievable.
453.
Is this the thing that just came out?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can actually look it up yourself.
Yep.
It's from the place that everyone says, trust the science for. So you got to trust the science for this one too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought that was super
weird how like science has become political.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just science. Like let's just do the real. And that's another thing when it comes to studying vaccines. Like the whole schedule for children's never been tested as a whole. And also they have never done a vaccinated versus unvaccinated study because they'll say, oh, it's unethical to
test pregnant women too.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
They'll say it's unethical to ask a group of people not to get vaccinated. But then they're doing it to the public as we're the test subjects. You know what I mean? Because it's not been tested. So like they're doing it on us.
Well, yeah. And I mean, it goes back to just like dosages too, right? I think for me, that was something that I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like you want to give this like little 4-pound preemie baby the same dose that you're going to give this 11-pound baby. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. Like everything else, whether it's, cough medicine.
Well, Tylenol, there's children's Tylenol. There's adult Tylenol.
Yeah.
Like,
Tylenol's a whole nother thing.
That's another one.
But same thing, like there's dosages for age or weight. There's always a dosage, you know what I mean? Like based on, it's normally off of weight most of the time. I feel like it's like, well, I don't know.
Or like 12 and up.
Yeah, or 12 and
like
up.
12 and up. Yeah.
So yeah, but some things are based on weight, which would make sense. Because I guess if you're going to look at the like age, it's just like, well, newborn to 1 month, they get this dose, right? And so I don't know, like I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
So.
It's I don't think it takes. Yeah. I mean, I think just like the average person could put two and two together and be like, there's something off there. So
yeah.
So there's a lot of red flags. Like they just keep coming to me as we're sitting here. I'm like, okay, there's so many things we could talk about on this subject because there's just so much out there. For example, well, there's some great resources too. We talked about like you can go straight to the CDC websites and stuff, but there's some amazing people that have like put together like incredible.
Yeah, we can link those.
Link them. Yeah, we'll link them, and I referenced them for some of my facts today. Yeah. So definitely give them credit where credit's due. But and we hope that people just know that like our hearts are in the place, coming from a place of just love. And like you were saying before, spreading information, things that are very important and things that have totally changed and enriched our lives by knowing these things. So it's really just paying it forward. Yeah. And I hope it was fun for people. Yeah. I mean, we have fun. I know. I feel like we're super biased though.
Yeah. I mean, we're just chatting.
We're such a good time. Like everyone's going to love this.
I mean, it's just supposed to be like two friends having coffee, right? And conversations. And that's
how it started.
That's how it started. And this is what we're doing now. So,
okay. Well, can't wait for the next one.
Till next time.